Hey up folks, Andy here and welcome back to the boat build. As you can see out there, look at that, it's 7:30 in the morning and it's nice and sunny, jumper's coming off, it's warm, so spring's here. It's a nice time of year, isn't it, when it all comes back to life. So carrying on in here, because we're going to get this on water soon. So see how lively it is when it gets on there. So just carry on in here. Now, back in kitchen, that's going back together. Today's Friday. On Tuesday, Steve's back completing the gas installation on this boat. And that gas locker is putting the changeover valves and what have you. He's run so much in now, he's done so much work like pre-fitting like. So just get in here and we'll have a look where we are. So in here, oh, it's a bit of a mess. We've got to fill in from there to these cupboards on each side. Right. Couple of them pipes up under there. All the seatings here, all being made locally. That's all in storage, wrapped up in plastic, ready to go in. So then we box all this in under here. That's the next thing in here. In here. So this is where we're up to, waiting for the demister for the mirror that goes on there, and this wire goes to the demister that goes behind. It's a demisting pad because you're obviously going to get a lot of steam in here, so it needs something to keep a mirror clean. So demister pad, we've got one of them to put on the mirror. They were all hung up there temporarily. We've took them down because all this has been made, it's now been lacquered, and we'll probably get that on today. Down here, two units to go in there, the toilet command module thing that goes here, and that's the gauge for the tank, tells you how much mucky water's in the tank when it wants emptying. Got the boxing end done there. In here, a bit untidy. Yesterday we finally got all this lot in and tied down. It's all securely down now. Worktop's done for here. I'll be having that in today. Got this worktop put in and the units all fastened down because you can't complete the gas until it's all in. It's hardwired, as you like. And there Steve's put all the gas in. Pre-work up to there, so his final thing is to connect it up, but you've got to have all the units in. Right, let's cover that tapping muck. Well, that's the inverter on, so Lee's coming back to finish finalising that. We've got a couple up to the tank that's in the engine bay there for the hot water, and that the calorifier as they call them, all that lot's in. There is wires to come from the battery bank. They should come along this tray and then up to the inverter there, so they've got to go in yet. But on here everything's sort of in place, a plug down there. The wooden worktop goes on here, and then this is one of those plugs that you let just cut a rectangle out and you let into the worktop. Right. So it'll sit on here wherever we put it. So you've got a couple of plugs there and what they call USBs or something like that. And mounted on here, just sat on here, we'll have a inverter microwave as well. So we're down to the final bits really, and just crack on with it now, get it out of here. It's sort of something like the 11th I think of April, and at the end of this month this wants to be looking like it's ready to go out, and we'll get it on the water, you know, and it's got to have some trials then, sea trials hopefully it stays on top of water and don't decide to become a submarine. So that's it anyway, we're cracking on here. Got panels that go on the end of these. That's a blank one with no routing on anything. They go on the end of them. We can have them on today. And then we'll have a filler in between them two to hide all that lot. So it's coming on there, and its final bits that take a long time, all trimming up and what have you. So anyway, let's crack on, let's have a brew and get on. Right, we're in shirt sleeve order now, summer's here, and just been altering some stuff in here. So I took these cabinets out because we've got to make the end panels for them so they look like this one here. So took everything out, Dave's doing all that on the bench. I've fitted all this in, it's all solid now. Put the fillet in there, and with solid tulip wood all the way along. Right, I'm going to get this flooring up now, give it a hoover, because I'm sick of tripping over it, and there's not really a lot of heavy work going to go on in here now. We're just trimming up. So I'm going to get that done, then get that those ends on there, do the timber in between there. We've got to start here, along here, get the boxing in for that, that's all tulip wood. This lot's dry, so I'm going to get that lot in, get the lights on. We've got lights in here then, so let's get on with it. Right, we'll picture this up now. So they're the end caps, tulip wood, little cove moulding on, simple moulding on them, and they go on the ends like that. We've got them all marked up top and left side. So they go on to that, and we put this headless pinner which fires a needle, less than a sewing needle. A tiny little needle gets fired in and it sinks below the surface, and it just leaves a tiny pinprick, and just wipe it with a bit of varnish or something and there's nothing there. You can hardly see them anyway. So that's a simple way to put these on. Take the lights up a bit. Well, come the wrong way, going down. So that's it. Tie the end to those now. Two little pins and some PU glue. They're not going anywhere. So with this one, we're going on there. Same again, bit of glue on, two pins. There we have it. Tie the end to the cornice. These are still loose, but we've not fastened them in yet. Right, we'll measure up and have a piece made for that. Okay folks, carrying on with this lighting cornice. We're doing the bit that goes up there in the bathroom. And this is the system that we've come up with. And David actually worked it all out. So it sits on the ceiling, that one goes up to the ceiling and hangs into this bottom one. But because we've got it slotted, and we've got a slot there, or rebate there, that goes up into the top slot, then drops back into the bottom slot, and it's captivated up to these front edges, and we're just making some system, like some little screws that take a light out and it expands and it pushes on this plate forward. So at the moment they rattle, but once they're on they won't, and it's just a matter of removing the lights and putting them on. So you'll see it makes more sense. We'll put this one up here. We've got 3 lights to disconnect, so I can get them through the holes, and then we'll reconnect them and put this in place, and you'll see how it works. Right, we're going to have to disconnect these until we've got it all on. That's those on now. That wire needs connected into there, because in the middle here where the extractor fan is, we're putting a light on it as well, so we're making one and putting LED lights around it. So that's the feed for that, so when you switch these on they all come on. Right, I've got one light in here already. I'll show you how easy these are to put on. So let's feed those into there and pull the clips back. Okay, so we'll just try them on off. And they are dimmable, and then they come back up. Put these on. And these will dim. And come back up. That's your control for them. Kinetic switches. I'll get a set of these together and lay them out on the bench. I'll show you how this system works, because you need no wires to your switch. Saves all the messing about wiring switches up. You just power your lights, that's it. 12 volt feed to those lights, and there's a receiver behind there, and it turns the lights on and off and dims them if you've got dimmable lights. So that's it, that's done. That's how the system works. It's all in position there. Right, as I said, it rattles at the moment. That works fine. So all I'm doing, I'll put a bit of glue on this and use a headless pinner again and attach it with that. So that's in place. These, I've got to get these cut now till they go over there. Right, so I've got the angle for that side. I used some scrap timber till I got it right. That's it there. So now we're going to measure from that side to that side, get the angle on that side and cut this to length. But we're going to have to work up onto it, cut it long and then work it back, because you're not going to get a second chance. If it's short, it's short. I had to cut that 4 times, 80, 160, 320 strides to get to that saw, in and out of the boat 4 times. It's hard work on these boats. Right, we'll get to German countersink and we'll have that up. Cut to length now, that's what I need to make it up, and I've drilled and countersunk them so the screws sit flat. You could probably just use adhesive for these, I'm not sure, but we'll screw them in. That's it, first one in place. Next week, when electric chickens are back, they'll put the LEDs in those and it'll be finished then. So I'll just carry on, and I've got 3 more to do, having 2 in each room. So they're on a separate light switch to these, so you'll be able to just, there'll be a bit of background light if you want, instead of having the main ones on, so you can please yourself how you light it up. We'll have a quick look. So we've got a nice tight joint. We've got to cork all this lot now, and that's all tight along there, and a tidy joint at that end. Right, got that lot done. All 4's done. We'll have a look. When I tidy up, I continuously seem to make a mess, everything I do. That's not where it all comes from. Anyway, it's all on. They're up now. Pleased with them. They look good. So they now want the LED strips in them, which I ain't got at the moment. We'll have them this Saturday. I'm not getting them today. I'll get them on Monday or something like that. So we can put the LED strips in there. Electric chicken's coming and he'll wire them in correctly. So we'll just have a quick look at what the ceilings look like now. We've seen that one up there. We've got this one here. Just take your time, get those angles right, you get nice tight joints. We're coming through the bathroom. You'll notice that these are white light. They're a warm white. So up here where this cable is, they're making a LED light for up here. Well, a wooden frame with LED strip in it, and it'll light this area up then. So in here we've got them the same. Because that's a cover strip one, that covers that joint. So we decided to have 2 in each room, and then the control's separate to these lights, so you can have, it'll be less of a light, you know. Anyway, we're getting there. Right, that's it for this one, folks. It's 2 o'clock on Saturday afternoon. It's time to be getting off home, get some snap. So I'm pleased with progress there. Yesterday and today we've got all this lighting up, beginning to look like a boat now. Thank goodness for that. There's a lot of work in doing these boats. You won't believe how long it all takes. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching and liking and leaving comments and all that. I do appreciate it. I don't mind more people subscribing. Alright then, so see you all later. Ta-ra!